Hey everybody, it's Fun Teresa. I know it's been a while since I've made an update, and I can honestly say it's because I haven't felt like it. You know, it's been a emotional roller coaster for me. A lot of stuff going on, um, dealing with me and stuff. Um, Still at my my last job that I talked about on my last video blog. I'm still there, still not liking it. You know, just I feel like I'm stuck, and I hate having that feeling. You know, because it's like a feeling I get in the pit of my stomach. You know, and I know that I could be doing something else, and I can't because it's forces beyond my control that are holding me where I am. Sometimes it is not beyond my control, but I don't know, I'm not making any sense. But anyway, I feel stuck. Um, I've started playing in the symphony orchestra again, and I'm really excited about that. I think I might have talked about that on my last vlog. I can't remember how long it's been. I'm going to have to look and see. But I don't know of a place right now that I can get another job at that would be flexible and allowing me to schedule, some certain days off, and also having a supervisor that really understands me, someone I can talk to and honestly tell them how I feel about my job and where I am in my life, and know that they'll listen and they'll give you feedback, and they won't hold it against you, and they won't try to use it against you. It's really nice to have that kind of work relationship again. And I don't know, so I'm just kind of stuck, and I know things won't always be like this. I know, they'll get better. Um, I hate having to take my car to the shop. That's another thing that's been going on with me. I had to do so much, or spend so much money, I should say, on, getting stuff fixed on my car. Um, Before I went to LaGrange last month, um, I had to get another tire put on my car, and I also had to try to remember. My dad wanted me to get a CV joint put on my car. About a year ago, I had the driver's side put on, but I needed to get the passenger side because it was still making that click noise whenever I turned the wheel, and my dad didn't want me going out of town, with my wheel like that. So I went and got that done, and that cost $185. And yeah, my dad told me later on that I could have got it done cheaper somewhere else, and I took it to the Nissan place, the Nissan dealership, because I knew there they would know what they're doing. I didn't know if these little side shops, that charge you only half as much, that may do a good job and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about that, so I went where I knew, it would get the job done. So did that, and then about 3 weeks ago, I want to say, I was on my way home from work on my lunch break and everything, and I stopped at a red light, and as I was coming to a stop, I heard this really loud engine, and I was looking behind me, looking at my rearview mirrors, checking everything out to see, where this engine was coming from, and then the light turned green, and as I was going through, and I started accelerating, and the engine started to get louder, and I realized, oh my God, that's me. And I was so freaked out. It was so embarrassing, And I mean, my muffler had a hole in it, and it's been like that for a while. But I gotten used to the little hum, and people, joked on my nickname about that. Like, so I was like, Vaughn, 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 Vaughn. My name is Von Teresa. Everybody calls me Vaughn, And it was a cute little thing. And then I guess all of a sudden it just blew. And I knew, I'm not an expert on cars, but I know enough to know that that was the muffler, And I was so self-conscious. I felt like everybody was looking at me as I was driving down the street. And so I didn't go that fast. It took me about 5 minutes longer to get home. Usually it takes me about 7 minutes depending on traffic because I live so close to my job. And this time it took me about, 14, 15 minutes. So anyway, I got home, called my dad because he wasn't at home so he could, come and see, make sure that's what it was. And he, cranked the car up and kind of looked on the side of the car, and he was like, yep, that's the muffler. So he called around to a few places and got some estimates on how much it would cost to get a muffler replaced, And the range was from about $70 to $80. So not too bad, I can do that. And then when I took it to one place, and the guy was on his lunch break, and then he had a truck to start working on after his lunch, so he told me it would be about 3 o'clock when he could get to me. At that time, it was about 11, so I wanted to get my car, fixed. So I went to the next place, and the guy told me he would put my car up on the rack, look around, see exactly what was wrong, and tell me, that, and give me an estimate before he even started working on it. And I was like, great. Oh, I forgot to mention, the first place I took it to, the guy just got on his knees. He had me to crank my car up, and he got down on his knees and looked underneath, and he saw that a pipe was loose. So he told me the estimate for that would be about $40. I don't even know if they had a rack to put my car up on. I'm sure they did, but I had never been to that place before, and later on you'll see why. I'm glad I'm rambling. Anyway, so I went to the second place, and the guy put it up on the rack, and he looked underneath and everything, and he came back in, and the whole time I was praying, like, Lord, please don't let it be too high. Please don't let it be too high. Please don't let it be too high. And the guy came back in, and he told me that I needed a new exhaust pipe, and I needed to get the catalytic converter replaced, like it was broken or something like that. And he was like, with labor and everything and the taxes, it's going to run you about $285. I was like, what? What? He's like, yeah. So I tried calling my dad to get his opinion on it, and couldn't reach him, so I left him a message and stuff, and I asked the guy, I was trying to bargain with him, I was like, is it something wrong where I can't, where I can't wait to get it fixed? Like, will it get worse? And he was like, no, it won't get worse, but you could get a ticket for having a loud exhaust, which I didn't know that. And then, two, I would have to ride around with my windows down because of the exhaust fumes. He said they cause headaches, and they could kill you. It can kill you. And, I was like, great. And I realized at that moment that I did have a headache. I ride with my windows down anyway because I'm usually smoking a cigarette when I'm in the car. So, anyway, without ever hearing back from my dad, I went on ahead and told the guy to go ahead and do it. I had the money saved up because I was going to help my dad do something else, help him out with the bill. And it just really sucked because that's all that I had. That left me with about $30 left, to spend for 2 weeks. That was right after I got my paycheck for that pay period, So anyway, I finally got that fixed and taken care of, and my car sounds like heaven. Like, before, it was so loud where if I was on my phone, like my cell phone in the car, I couldn't hear that person wouldn't be able to hear me. It was that loud. It sounded like a race car. It was really loud. Really, really loud. And when I cranked it up, you couldn't even hear it. It was like humming, It was awesome. And then it even rides really smoothly when I change gears. It's really, it's really awesome. It hasn't ridden that good in a long time, so I'm really pleased with the results, not pleased with how much I had to pay for it. And then I found out that the catalytic converter costs so much because it's made of platinum. Great! Pimping out my ride, baby. Anyway, I had a really good holiday season. New Year's Eve, I went to the Municipal Auditorium. Steve Harvey's nephew, Tommy, did a comedy show there. He did one at 7:30, and then at 7, I think, and then the other one was at 10:30 on New Year's Eve night. So I went to the 7 o'clock one, and it was so funny. It was hilarious. I'm so glad I got to go. I went by myself so I could laugh my ass off and everything. So yeah, I had a really great time. I'm glad I went. And he's really cute, by the way. So that's what I did for New Year's Eve. And I went to over to a friend's house and brought in the new year with all of my friends, smoking cigarettes, blowing a little, party favors and everything like that. It was a blast. I had a really good time. And then I had to work the next day. But that's okay. I got paid double time for New Year's Day because it's a holiday. So anyway, I'm rambling. This video, as always, is a lot longer than I was planning on it to be. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope y'all are doing well, and Happy New Year. I know it's belated, but whatever. Happy New Year. Bye.